Greetings everyone, I am Steve Hawkins, CEO of ADAMA. I'm happy to be joining you for the first time to review the company's results for the second quarter and the first half of 2023. The market we see today is very different than the market that we saw in 2022. Last year, against the backdrop of high commodity prices and good farmer profitability around the world, we saw exceptionally strong demand for crop protection products, which drove prices up. This strong demand was propelled by uncertainty of supply due to COVID-related restrictions, global supply chain challenges, high active ingredient prices, and the Russia-Ukraine conflict, among other cyclical circumstances. This created overstocking throughout the channel around the world, with high inventories at the farmer level, at the distributor level, and with crop protection suppliers such as ADAMA. With the return to normal production, easing of supply chain challenges, and capacity buildup, prices of active ingredients, mostly in China, began to decline sharply. That fact, along with high inventories in the market, this led to a domino effect and created a wait-and-see approach from customers in the markets. Additionally, we now see high interest rates in almost all geographies, with the exception of China. Distributors are destocking their high levels of high-cost inventory and not replenishing, preferring just-in-time purchases from crop protection companies. With erratic weather conditions in many geographies, weather has also not helped market demand. So if to summarize, 2023 is more or less the opposite of the market cycle of what we saw in 2022. At ADAMA, we are responding quickly to this market situation by implementing a cross-company plan which focuses foremost on improving cash flow and profit. Our company is aiming to deplete high-cost inventory and procure selectively, focusing only on high-margin products, which will ultimately improve our company's portfolio mix, optimizing its offering to farmers, and improve the quality of the business. We are also carefully managing our operating expenses. So, while the consumption of high-cost inventory is impacting profitability in the short term, we already see the positive impact, the reduction of procurement, reaching positive cash flow in the second quarter. We believe that these steps we are taking will support ADAMA, positioning us better to capture opportunities in the current market cycle. In addition, when the channel inventory is cleared, ADAMA's value proposition as a supplier of quality, mid-tier crop protection products will play very well in the future market dynamics. I will now invite Efrat, our CFO, to provide some more details on the results.
Thank you, Steve. After the strong growth and record sales achieved in 2022, in the second quarter, ADAMA reached $1.2 billion in sales, which are lower by 15% in constant exchange rate and lower by 17% in US dollar terms. In the first half-year period of 2023, ADAMA reached $2.5 billion sales, which are lower by 11% in constant exchange rate and lower by 14% in US dollar terms. The decline in sales in the first half-year period was impacted by the wait-and-see approach in the market, driven by a 9% decline in volumes due to the destocking throughout the channel, and by 2% decrease in prices due to the expectation for lower costs, mainly on product and raw materials from China. Adjusted EBITDA in the second quarter of 2023 amounted to $112 million versus $240 million, and in the first half-year period to $277 million versus the record result achieved in 2022 of $441 million. Both in the quarter and in the first half year, adjusted EBITDA was mainly impacted by the decline in gross profit, reflecting the high-cost inventory sold by the company and the lower prices in the market. This was partially offset by two main factors: improvement of sales mix by increasing sales of higher margin product, and a decrease in the company's operating expenses following expense management measures that were taken by the company as part of its response to the market situation, as mentioned by Steve. The operating expenses were also reduced due to the lower logistics cost and an adjustment of a provision for success-based compensation. Additionally, in the first half year of 2023, the company did not increase the doubtful debt provision that was recorded for the trade receivable in Ukraine during the first half year of 2022. Adjusted net loss in the quarter was $41 million and the reported net loss $46 million. In the first half year period, the net loss was $20 million and the reported net loss $34 million. The net loss was impacted by the decrease in the operating profit and the increase of financial expenses, mainly due to the higher interest rates, which were more than double from the beginning of 2022, and by an increase in short-term loans. As Steve mentioned, in this quarter the company achieved positive cash flow. This was supported by the action taken by the company, mainly by the selective procurement, which was 50% lower in this quarter versus the same quarter last year, and which also positively impacted the sales mix. With that, I would like to turn back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Efrat. I can assure you that ADAMA is implementing the correct measures to respond to this market situation, and while the consumption of high-cost inventory impacts our profitability in the short term, the company is on the right track for the future. Like I mentioned, we believe these measures will benefit ADAMA, not just in response to this market, but will allow ADAMA to come out of this cycle in a better position than before, both in our product offering and in terms of quality of the business. In addition, we continue to implement best-in-class practices, some of which are described in our recently published 2022 ESG report. We are very proud of these accomplishments, and I encourage you to view the report. On a personal side, I would like to say that I have been visiting ADAMA's global markets, and I have been very impressed with the quality of our operations, the engagement of our teams, and the feedback that we have received from the market. Our customers have told us that ADAMA listens and is responsive to their needs. I am encouraged to see that many of our company's endeavors are translated into the field, appreciated by farmers and distributors, giving us and myself a sense that our go-to-market is in tune with what farmers need. With that, I would like to thank you for the trust you have placed in ADAMA. Thank you, and have a great day.